Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? You know, my mentor once told me that, Josh, you have to feel good. You have to feel good. And I want to assure you that today I feel good. I really feel good. How do you feel today? How do you feel today? How do you feel today? Because there's nothing in the world that can touch how you feel. Your happiness matters, right? Your happiness matters. Now here comes another month. We call it the month of December. No, the month of November. And I've always said that a month like this is a month to remember. So I've just called it the November to be remembered. So November to remember. That is how simple it is. How do you want to study this month? How do you want to carry on this month? How do you want to finish this month? Okay? How do you want to finish this month? Do you sometimes feel it is necessary that you have to achieve your dreams? Do you consider it necessary for you to achieve your dreams? How successful do you want to be, if I may ask? How successful do you want to be? How much do you desire to be successful? Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to agree with myself, that I've gone through the toughest times of my life, and at some point I've enjoyed life. But there's nothing that can replace how you feel. So I want you today to choose to feel good. You need to choose to feel good. Because when you feel good, you do good. When you feel good, you do good. If you agree with me that when you feel good, you do good, how would you feel at the end of this month called November? How would you feel at the end of the month? As a person who has already achieved, as a person who is, still having loans to pay, as a person who feels like, how do you want to finish it? How do you want to finish it? It's very important. Just what I can see you. Welcome. Now, how do you want to end this month called November? So number one thing I want you to start thinking about is it necessary for me to achieve my dreams? Have I been dreaming? What have I been promising myself each and every single month? And you've not been achieving it. What have you been promising yourself? What did you tell your children? What do you tell your husband, your better half? That this is what I'm about to fulfill this month. So today, we are going to talk about November to remember. Because I realize each and every one of us, whether you are young or old, right? You want to achieve something remarkable in your life. Okay? Bernard Karibu, I can see you. So, you want to achieve something big in life. Every person has that one desire to achieve something that can change your life completely. Now, the first question is, have you ever sat down and written down what you want to achieve? Have you done that? Now, so number one action I want you to take is go to the nearest supermarket, get the best journal or diary you can get, and then record what you want to achieve at the end of November. And we are going to do this together. Okay? We're going to do this together. If you want to make, let's say, 100,000 on top of whatever you are making per month, you write it down as your goal. Okay? That's number one thing that I want us to engage in that. Number two thing I want you to do is now to ask yourself, what do I have to be there? What do I have to be there? Do I have the right network? Do I have somebody who has already achieved what I'm about to do? Okay, do you have somebody? Morara, welcome. All right, have you written down what you want to achieve? Number 2, do you have the necessary tools for you to win? Because it is necessary for you to achieve your dreams, more especially this November. Because I can tell you for sure, if you have to celebrate December, November has to matter. So that is the reason as to why I've decided to have a conversation with you. What are we to do for us to have this November to be a November to remember? Now, number 2 thing I want you to do is now check on the tools that you have. Is it resources that you have to use resources for you to be where you want to be? Is it the network that you need to build to be where you want to be? Is it a skill that you need to gain for you to be where you want to be? So what are the tools that you need? But one thing for sure that I know that you need in anything you are about to do, somebody has already done it. So reach to that person who has already done it and ask them for the advice. Ask them for the advice. How did you do it? What are the challenges did you face, or the challenges you faced? If you were to do it again, how were you to do it easy? Now, get a mentor, get a coach, get a person who has already done what you're about to do, and ask them to guide you to take you to another level where you want to be. Christine, welcome. Okay, so get a person who has done what you've done for that person to help you to be where you want to be. So that is number 1 tool. Number 2 tool is the skill. Do you have the skill necessary to win? In anything that you want to do, it requires a certain skill. There's a technicality. There is a system that you have to follow. There is a system. So in anything that you want to do right now, there is a formula. Ask a person who has already won it, what did it require for you to be where you are? That's very necessary. So knowledge and skill, those things combined, they're amazing. Number 3 tool that you need to have is excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're doing something and you're not excited about it, it doesn't wake you up in the morning, then you're doing something wrong. Okay? You have to be excited. For on your way to your dreams, you must be excited. Because my mentor told me that 95% of anything that you do in life, if you have to win, is up to the excitement. Somebody told me that you attract who you are. You attract who you are. So if you want excitement in life, be excited. Just be excited. Get up in the morning and about. Be excited. Okay? Whatever you are doing, do it with a lot of excitement. Do it with a lot of love. Show people that you care them. Show people that you care them. Because you cannot work with somebody when they feel they are not safe. When they feel that you don't care, they cannot work with you. So ladies and gentlemen, another tool that you need to have is the heart that, shows that you care. That truly you care. Not just showing that you truly care. I love it when a friend of mine calls me and tells me, Joshua, I need something small. And for sure, inside my heart, if that is a friend and they're going through something, I have to care. I have to give something to help them. If they don't have something to do, I'll come or I'll meet them, ask them for a cup of coffee. We meet, we discuss. And then, one-on-one, all your friends that you have, you can only keep them if you have something in common to share. If you show them that you care and if you truly care. Okay? So for you to widen your friendship or your relationships or the connections that you've made in life, you have to show all those people that you care. So that is another tool that you should have. Another tool that you should have on your way to your success is, of course, patience. People will come in today and want to win in everything. Give yourself, for instance, 15 days doing the work. You might not see the result the first day in anything that you're doing. You might. Chances are you might not see anything. But that should not keep you away from keeping on. So that tool of patience. You need patience, ladies and gentlemen. You need patience. You need to wake up every single day and tell yourself, I might not achieve it today, but I have to go for it. I have to plant the seed. I want you to think like a farmer. I'm thinking now like my mom. My mom is a farmer. She's a farmer. And, every time we went planting, we were to plant the seeds. We plant the seeds. And then we wait until they germinate. Then what happens? We go there now, ensure that the weeds are kept away. Right? The weeds are kept away. We wait until we see the crops mature. Right? And then the harvest come. Ladies and gentlemen, be patient with yourself. Hold some patience in you. But one thing I want you to have is that persistence. Keep on keeping on. Be consistent in everything that you're doing. Let people know you that the path that you've taken, you are sure about it. You believe it. And you're going to achieve it. Okay? That's very necessary. Then another thing I want you to have is a desire to make a difference. Many people want to make money without making a difference. Most people want to make money without creating the difference. Okay? What problem are you solving in the world right now? Somebody told me that, the difference between what you have and what you're about to have is the problems waiting to be solved. How many problems do you want to solve today? This month, what problems are you going to solve in the exchange of money? Okay? Because money comes as a result of the services and the products that you push away from you to the people who need them. That's how people make money. And every person in the world, you are either moving the services or you are either moving the products. You have to choose how to make your money. But one thing I want you to do, aspire to make a difference. That's very important. Every single day, ask yourself, how many people am I going to serve today? How many people am I going to serve today? So this November that has come, ask yourself, how many people are you going to help with the gifts, with the talent, with the knowledge, with the skills, with the experience, and with the networks that you have, with the resources that you have? How many people are you going to help to achieve their dreams? How many people are you going to elevate, help them to relieve the pain? How many people are you going to make smile this November? I love this November. You can choose this November to continue complaining about, COVID. Continue complaining, talking about, BBI, talking about, Ruto this, Raila this, or what, Trump, or what, Magufuli, Museveni. Don't talk about those things. Those things will keep you grounded for a long time. Guess what? Governments have been governments all the years. How do I know? I've seen people demonstrating year after year about governments. So it doesn't matter how the government comes in, who is in the position, who is what. I can tell you for sure, your life matters. Your life matters. Your livelihood matters also. Your family matters. Right? I'm not saying that you don't have to vote. Vote. But don't spend a lot of time talking about these things, negative politics, negative, things, gossiping people. This is a November to remember. So what you need to do is keep yourself off from the negative things, negative sayers. And for a long time, I've not, spent much time watching the TV, right? Because I realized that, rich people, they give you what to watch. They give me what to watch because I don't make news. So I realized that I need to spend more time, reading my Bible. I need to spend more time reading my Bible. Every single day this November, I'm going to read the Bible. That is for me. Another thing I'll be doing this November is to read a book I love the most, Think and Grow Rich. This book was written in 1937 after Napoleon Hill did a research, the 500 the richest people of his time, and he compiled the things that make them rich. Guess what? This book, you can have it. You can download it from your Play Store. You can download it from your App Store. Then, this book, let me tell you, the moment I started reading this book, my thinking started to change. And let me tell you, you are as a result of your thinking. That is the reason as to why he said that you only need to think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. Because he says thoughts are things. What you focus on will make you. Thoughts are things. What are you thinking about this time? That's why I asked by asking you, how do you see this November at the end of it? Because you have to see the end before you begin. I'm a civil engineer by profession. And when you do the design, you have to do the whole design. You must have the whole concept in your mind before you start building. Such that now you can know how do you want your foundation to be. What size of the house do you want to have? How do you distribute the forces? Right? That's very, very important. Because without doing so, I can tell you for a fact that the whole structure will come down. Okay? The whole structure, chances are, it can only survive by the mercies of God if you don't do your design well. So, this November, why can't you go back to yourself, go back to your books, and ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to achieve? Do I have the end in mind? Do I have the end in mind? Because if you cannot see it, it is hard for you to get it. If you cannot imagine it, it is hard for you to get it. So when in the process of imagination, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine as if that you've already achieved what you are about to do. Okay? Then I can see you. Welcome. Betty, I can see you. Now, that is what I'm talking about. You must imagine what kind of life do you imagine you want to live. Imagination. In fact, Napoleon Hill says, imagination is the workshop of the mind. Okay? Then the Bible says that you can only change by renewing your mind. So I want you to renew the things that you hold so dearly into yourself, that the government is going to solve your issues, that the church is going to solve your issues. No. Number one, be grateful that God has given you the voice, God has given you the hands, God has given you the networks that you have, God has given you everything that you need for you to win. Your brain, your mind, and the only thing you need to do right now is to say, I'm going to take over and control my mind. I'm going to choose what goes into my mind each and every single day. I'm going to feed myself the positive. I'm going to run away from the negative. I have to feed myself the positive. The energy that you need to win. You need it, ladies and gentlemen. I became a little bit excited when I talk about, how things have happened to me personally. Joshua Mosoti is a firstborn in a family of 4. My father was a teacher. Now he is retired. And, as a firstborn, I have to be a torchbearer to others. I went to school and I came out as a civil engineer. I'm a civil engineer. I've worked for the government for 2.5 years. I went outside to try life, ladies and gentlemen. Then I met somebody who told me things I will never forget. He told me, Josh, whether you like it or not, what you have in your bank, do you admire it? And I said, no, Josh, no, I have nothing to admire in my bank. And then he told me, Josh, what you have in your bank, that is what your best thinking has given you. Now, let me ask you a question, Josh. Are you willing to change your thinking? Maybe you can change your bank account. Many people I know, they will say that money doesn't matter. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, money matters. Money matters. Being successful matters. Your health matters. Your positive mental attitude matters. So I want you, number one, to say that I'm ready to change my thinking, because my thinking to be changed doesn't require anything. It's a decision, is a choice that you make to change your mind. So once you make that decision to change your mind, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you for sure, things start to change outside. So don't go out trying to do everything, working so hard, trying to ask everybody, give me a job, trying to, no, don't do that. Go inside yourself and start changing the fine things that people cannot touch. And the first thing is you change your mind. It's very important. By changing your mind, changing your thoughts. Today I decided to wear my win cap. Not because of anything. I love the feeling of a winner. Now, I want to give you a few things for you to remember. Number one, in Kenya, we are so grateful to have one of the most successful athletes in the world. And all the athletes in the world anyway, once they win, there is something that they do. They have what we call the power pose. You see, all of them, once they finish, you see them carrying up their hands and, doing like this, doing like this, doing like this. I want you every single day, you wake up in the morning and you do like this and you say, I am a winner. I am a winner. I'm going to be successful. This November, I'm going to do it massive. This November, I have to win. This is a November to remember. This is my November. Right? That's very necessary. That is very necessary. So, does your dream matter? Does your success matter? At the end of this November, are you going to be the one who is going to be like this? Or you're going to be the one who is going to raise your hands and say, God, I thank you because you've carried me through. You've given me good health. I have good physical health. I have all the money I have. I have my peace of mind with you, with myself, and I'm happy. I'm happy. How do you feel right now? Okay? So, because tomorrow you cannot feel any better than now. You've lived the last 5 years. You are going to live the next 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is that if nothing is going to happen, hey, Dennis, I can see you, engineer. Welcome. If nothing is going to happen, the last 5 years, you know how the last 5 years have been. I can assure you the next 5 years is going to be the same. Unless and otherwise, you make a choice right now to start changing your thinking, to start attracting good relationships. And another thing I want you to do, this one, if you don't do it, then I can tell you nothing matters. Is to pray for the things that matter in your life. If your family matters, pray for your family. Because without prayers, what else do we have? Without God, what else do we have? I've come to realize that when you pray, the things you pray, your mind starts to focus on the things that you talk about most of the time. So if you start praying every single day, right? If you start praying every single day, you are talking to your mind. You are talking to your subconscious. And subconscious is going to talk to God, right? There's that connection that you cannot fight. Whether you talk, opening your eyes, or you